With the street blocked behind me, drivers will have to detour onto Shaw Avenue to get to the east side of campus. According to the California law under the vehicle code, vehicles do have to yield as pedestrians always have the right of way in any marked or unmarked crosswalk. Now you can look for any of these blue flashing towers across campus or anywhere around campus, and if you're ever in any kind of danger, you would just go ahead and hit this button to contact the police. Now I'm not going to do that because I don't want to risk anything and I'm not in any danger, but if I was, you already know I'd hit that button. But they can also be used on exterior things such as gates, front doors, and even mailboxes. And a new thing to come as well is the healthy soup and salad bar. So I'm going to show you where these things are. So you come over here to this like food court stand, and this is where all the options are going to be. Very smooth thing too. As you can see, it's a little convenient. You can kind of move along the wall over here. What makes it even more convenient as well is just there's these two doors right here. Just walk in, come over here, check it out. All that to come this spring semester. If you're a dog lover, you will drool over this. When these dogs hit the red carpet, they are ready to flex their cuteness to win the trophy. Many of you may not know that the Collegian is switching over to be digital as it does away with print. Manny Hernandez, editor-in-chief of the Collegian, is here to tell us more about the switch. Manny, how are you doing today?
But you can see, well, you can hear the bubbles. You said, there you go. See, that's the fermentation. So that's the sugars turning into alcohol.
Yep, that's wine, or it will be, a Syrah, to be exact. It takes anywhere from 4 days to 2 weeks to complete the fermentation process.
All the sugar has been changed into alcohol. Then we'll run this through a press. We'll get all the juice out. We'll leave the skins and the seeds and the, whatever else is in there, out in them. We'll separate that from the juice.
While the fermentation process isn't too long, to get your hands on a batch or a bottle takes a little longer. For a white wine, it takes about 6 months to finish a batch, while a red wine takes anywhere from 3 to 4 years. With all the hard work that goes into this, from the family contribution as well as the camaraderie with the employees, this is all able to be possible with the 160 acres that they have to harvest their grapes in order to make that their wine here at Zavelli. From the fields to the smash and then fermenting, one employee showed me what the press is.
Where they'll throw all these grapes through, and then eventually it will go into those big bins shown off earlier where it starts to ferment before it goes into our big tanks and gets bottled.
While a lot of science and hard work goes into this art, every great thing always has an origin story.
We took a trip to Croatia because John's mother's side is from Croatia, and they all make their own wine and their own brandies and so forth. And so our son, who was in the 5th grade at the time, said, "Why aren't we making wine?"
Most of us love candles. Have you ever endured the process to make your very own while having a mocktail? What started off as a COVID project for Joy Alvarado turned into Fresno's first and only candle bar, where people can learn, make, and enjoy the process.
To this day, the setup that we have for the workshops is the exact same setup that we had for the very first time I did it. And it worked, and it worked smoothly, so I just never changed it. And that's pretty much where it went. I started going to people's houses, and then I got my location.
The main ingredients are soy wax and non-toxic fragrance oils. The wax must be kept hot at all times at 200 degrees. The wax can be poured at that temperature, but can only be stirred and mixed with the scents of your choosing once it drops to 230 degrees. And while the freshly poured wax is hard to see with it being a clear color, it hardens white like these candles in just a short amount of time. A candle needs 5 to 7 days to fully cure before it can be lit. But with an assortment of scents, decorative flowers, and theme pins to add in, it could be tempting to want to light the candle right after the experience.
Just like being able to just like
Educate you on how to make your own candle.
yeah, and kind of just
And take something home with you.
yeah, it's like here's a drink, here's candy, here's this. It's just like the experience has a lot of layers to it, which is really cool.